Title: The Night They Fought Back. The road home was quiet, the kind of peaceful that settles in the air after a long day. Monica Lattimore drove the familiar back route that curved through the outskirts of Mason Ridge, a winding stretch of dark asphalt flanked by tall grass and swaying pines. Her 12-year-old daughter, Brielle, sat beside her in the passenger seat, earbuds in, nodding along to some pop anthem she didn't share with her mother. The glow of the dashboard clock blinked softly in the dark. Monica always took this route back from Brielle's piano lessons. Less traffic, fewer lights, more room for a quiet conversation. Or, as tonight showed, just enough silence to think. But the quiet was short-lived. A pair of headlights flared up behind them. Bright, aggressive. Monica's eyes flicked to the rearview mirror. The vehicle was close, too close. She tapped the brakes gently, a universal sign to back off. The car didn't budge. It surged forward, Brielle noticed. She pulled out one earbud. That truck's been following us for a while. Monica's jaw tightened. I see it. Stay buckled, sweetheart. We're almost home. 3 miles later, right as they passed the old Benson Mill, a landmark anyone local would recognize, those headlights flared red and blue. A sharp siren split the air. Brielle's eyes went wide. What did we do? Nothing, Monica said, her voice firm and calm. She eased the sedan onto the gravel shoulder, placed both hands on the wheel, and took a deep breath. The sheriff's SUV stopped 10 feet behind them. 2 deputies stepped out. Monica recognized them immediately. Deputy Trace Cochran. Stocky, pale, smirk that never quite left his face. She'd seen him loitering around town events, standing just a little too stiff. Eyes always scanning like he was hunting for an excuse to act tough. The other, Deputy Tyler Nash, was leaner and quieter, always the shadow behind Cochran. She didn't trust either of them. Never had. Cochran approached first. Evening, ma'am, he said lazily. License and registration. Monica nodded, reaching into her purse. Of course, officer. May I ask why I'm being stopped? He didn't answer immediately. Instead, his eyes slid to Brielle. Your daughter? Monica nodded. Yes. We're headed home. Just left her piano lesson. That's so. Cochran tilted his head. Funny. Your vehicle matches the description of a car involved in a hit and run about an hour ago. Black sedan. Minor injuries. That's impossible, Monica said, handing over her documents. We've been at the community center all evening. Maybe you were. Maybe you weren't. He scribbled something into a notepad. Step out of the vehicle. Monica's hand tightened on the steering wheel. I'm cooperating. You have my ID. There's no reason. I said step out of the vehicle. Cochran barked. Brielle flinched. Monica forced herself to stay composed. Okay, baby, she said gently to Brielle. We'll clear this up. Just stay put. She opened the door slowly. Gravel crunched beneath her shoes. Nash moved to the passenger side. He rapped on Brielle's window. Unlock the door, miss. She's a child, Monica said, turning toward him. There's no need. It's for her safety. Nash interrupted. Monica turned back to Cochran. Please, this is a mistake. There are people at the center who can vouch. We're past that now, he said coldly. Without warning, he grabbed her arm, twisting it behind her back. The cuffs clicked hard and cold around her wrist. Wait, what are you doing? Detaining you for questioning. Resisting will make it worse. Brielle screamed. Nash yanked her door open and reached in. Don't touch her, Monica shouted, twisting, struggling, but Cochran shoved her forward, pinning her chest against the car hood. It was hot from the engine. This is unlawful, she said through gritted teeth. You have no probable cause. Cochran leaned close, breath sour. Probable cause is whatever I say it is. Nash pulled Brielle out of the car, too roughly for someone her size. Stop it, Monica yelled. Tears stung her eyes. She's a child. Cochran pressed her harder against the hood. No one's around to hear you. You people always think someone's coming to save you. Not tonight. Monica's mind raced. Her phone was still in the car. Her purse had fallen to the ground. But she had one tool left, the smartwatch on her wrist. Marcus had given it to her just 3 weeks ago. One tap, he'd said. Emergency override. Just one tap. She found the side button. Pressed once. Twice. Felt the tiny vibration. The line went live. She whispered, "Marcus, please pick up." Inside the car, Brielle was crying. Nash held her by the arm. She kicked and screamed. Cochrane radioed in. Unit 47. Adult female detained. Minor in protective custody. Static answered. Dispatch? You copy. Nothing. Dead zone. Nash muttered. Cochrane scowled. Perfect. Let's take her in. Say she resisted. Say the kid was out of control. Monica lifted her head. My husband will find us. Cochrane sneered. Oh, and what's he gonna do? That's when it happened. The unmistakable crunch of tires on gravel that a second vehicle pulled up behind the deputies. Black SUV. Lights off. The driver's side door opened. Marcus stepped out, not in uniform anymore. But the way he moved, precise, deliberate, told anyone watching exactly what he was trained to do. That he didn't speak. Not right away. Cochrane turned toward him. This doesn't concern you, sir. Marcus kept walking. Steady. Hands where I can see them. Still, no words. Just calm steps. Then, in one fluid motion, Marcus closed the gap, grabbed Cochrane's wrist, and disarmed him. The gun clattered to the ground. Cochrane's eyes widened. But it was too late. Marcus struck him once. Hard, fast, clean. Cochrane dropped. Nash froze. Don't, Marcus said. Keys. Now. Nash obeyed. Threw the keys. Marcus caught them and immediately uncuffed Monica. She gasped, then leaned into him. You came. I always will. He opened the cruiser door and helped Brielle out. She ran into her mother's arms, sobbing. Behind them, Nash raised his hands. I didn't touch her. You let him, Marcus said. Monica stared Nash down. You watched. You did nothing. The sound of sirens broke the silence. State Patrol. Several units. Red and blue lit up the sky. Marcus stood tall. It's over. That was the beginning. Over the following weeks, the Lattimore family's case unraveled a web of corruption spanning departments and private security firms. Pine Ridge Tactical, a privately contracted enforcement group, had been linked to dozens of similar stops targeting families of color, all under the protection of Sheriff Alden Blackwell. What began as one unlawful stop became the catalyst for a national investigation, Marcus testified. So did Monica. Brielle, too, once she was ready. And when Judge Elaine Merriweather took the bench that spring morning, the courtroom was packed with news cameras, state officials, and the families who had finally found the strength to come forward. The verdict was clear. Blackwell was convicted. So were Cochrane and Nash. So was every official who covered it up. But more than that, laws changed. Oversight increased. Pine Ridge dissolved. And the Lattimores? They found peace. Monica returned to teaching. Marcus started a nonprofit to train families on emergency rights and digital protection. Brielle kept playing piano. She even performed at the governor's next reform bill signing. That night, the one they tried to break them, became the night they helped change everything. And long after the headlines faded, people still told the story of how a mother, her daughter, and a father who refused to back down brought an entire system to its knees.